back. Welcome to Shark Coast Tactical Podcast, episode 78. I am here with my homies, who include the illustrious Brown Lightning himself, Omer Essen.
Hello.
Luke, my lord, the Glue Andrews.
What up?
And the amazing motherfucking Dean Carroll.
Hell yeah.
How are you guys?
Pretty good.
How was your week?
Great. It's going.
It's going?
It's going.
Dean, it was your anniversary this week.
Yeah, 12 years.
How'd that go?
It was a good time. Just kind of hung out around, Tampa. Went to the zoo.
You went to the zoo?
Yeah, zoo. Riverwalk. Jackson's Bistro. We love to eat there. It was a good time.
Jackson's Bistro? What's that?
Restaurant up in Tampa, right on like the water. It's like
Where's it?
Sushi and
What's it right on?
On the water.
The what?
Water.
Water?
Water.
Okay.
Well, right on the water. It's a pretty good restaurant, though. I like it. It was a good time. And then no rain. That was the good part. I thought it was going to rain.
It rained on us a little bit.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. A little bit.
Ooh, yeah, it got cloudy, but no rainfall. I was happy.
And Luke, my lord, how are you?
I'm good.
Luke, I've learned something about you this week.
What'd you learn?
Number one, I learned that you can shoot.
Thank you.
You're not bad. You're pretty good.
Thanks.
But you've got the most sweatiest ass I've ever
I knew
seen
this was gonna come
in my
up.
life.
I knew this was going to come up.
So Luke was shooting at the range this weekend, and his ass was like, it looked like you shit yourself. Like, I was a little worried. I was like, man, fucking, he shit himself, and he's in Omar's car. I was a little worried about
Omar.
it.
Well, it wasn't that bad.
I mean, my fucking children were like, is he on our insurance? Can we take him to the doctor or something?
well, that was the
I
worst.
think Ava asked if I gave you insurance as part of your pay, and can you not go to the doctor and fix your ass?
Well, that was the worst part. Like, when you first mentioned... Oh, we were running... Okay, first of all, I was wearing khaki shorts, and it was really hot out, and I was sweating, and
I mean,
But
I want you to know that, like, there's a certain look that... Look, I've been shooting for 15 years at least, and I've never seen someone look like that in the summer, like where they shit their pants.
I don't know. I couldn't see it because it was... I had no idea.
No one's ever mentioned before to you, like you've never, in all the
No.
years you've lived in Florida, no one said, "Hey, dude, you have an amazing amount of butt sweat coming out of your pants."
No. But the worst part was, like, we were there and you pointed it out in front of everybody, and I was like, all right, it's just like,
Not in front of everybody.
Well,
In front of everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just our guys there, and then, like, probably a minute later, your whole family pulls up, and you go, "Hey, look, everybody!" Luke shit his pants, and then I was like standing by Omar's car, like with my ass,
Up
facing
against
away.
my fucking car.
So now your butt sweats all over Omar's car
and seat.
and seat.
Sorry, Omar.
Did you at least have the decency to, like, put down a towel? Because he doesn't have leather seats, right? Those are cloth. That's a cloth interior.
Do I look like a guy that can afford leather seats?
Yeah, you do. So, did you put down a towel or anything?
I didn't have a towel to put down, so.
So your butt
I
sweat
mean,
just like
by the-
inundated Omar's seat.
By the time we were done, most of it was dry.
How do you know?
You couldn't see it.
You couldn't see
I
it.
could feel it.
You could feel like the taint, but not like the. This is a really weird conversation
Yeah,
to get into.
I don't. It was a fun time at the range.
It was. It was. Hey, before we get started, thank you to Omni Energy Drinks for supplying us with energy drinks. They come by every Tuesday and bring us a couple cases, and we drink them during the podcast and give them out to the sandblasters and various people in production, and it helps them keep going. And if you are watching this video, thank you so much. We are Shark Coast Tactical Podcast. We're from a gun shop in Sarasota, Florida on Bee Ridge Road. You can always come and hang out if you're in the area, like if you're on vacation or if you're in the, west coast of Florida. If you come by and you mention that you saw me on the podcast, and if I remember, I'll give you merch. Like, we have hats and shirts and stickers and stuff like that. And I have no problem giving you out something. So that's thank you. Omar, what did you think of the range? Now you had a full day of shooting there.
I had a full day shooting there before.
Yeah, but not with like the steel and the barrels and stuff.
With the steel.
Like we had
barrels this time. I like the barrels.
We have
Good
barrels.
addition.
Better than the cubes?
No.
We're getting the cubes.
No comparison. Like, you got to think about it. Barrel, cube. Come on, what are we talking about?
All right, then, Luke, what did you think?
I thought it was awesome.
Did you?
Yeah. It's like, I feel like it's like the perfect size for what you need it for. And like, I don't know. It was awesome. I really liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you really like telling Andrew where to go? Like, what was that drill you're doing? You're calling out the numbers of the plates and then explain the drill?
Each target had like a different number assigned to it, so like 1, 2, and 3, and then you'd go from like station to station, and I would call out like 2, 1, and then you'd have to shoot each
run
target.
to the barrel and then shoot.
That was pretty fun. Then we did the scramblers, I think.
Scrambler Z? Is it Scrambler or Scrambler Z?
Scrambler. Lucas Bodkin's drill.
The Scrambler. Explain to Dean.
The Scrambler is a drill Lucas invented. It's basically you have 3 targets ahead of you, and you're drawing basically a Z shape. It's going to be hard to explain without visuals, but you start facing a target, you hit that target twice, then you start moving towards the right, and you have to hit the middle target while you're on the move. And when you arrive at your stop, you hit the 3rd target. Then you go diagonally towards the first target again, hitting the middle target on the move. When you arrive, hit the left target. On the move again at the middle target. When you arrive, hit the right target. So I'm sure you've seen the drill of like with the 3 targets, you shoot at one and then shoot the middle one on the move and shoot the right one when you stop. It's basically an extension of that where after you do that, you start going diagonally back to your first target forward. Mm-hmm. So it kind of it makes it a little longer, adds moving perpendicularly, and adds different ranges to it as well. It's like an extended little movement drill. It's very fun.
Now, I wanted to ask you. So, like, I'm getting kind of obsessed now with like range setups and what would it be? Stages? What would the word be? Like drills, stages. What are the best places to find it on the internet? Like to find stages, people who do drills and explain the drills they do. Like where do I go?
I personally watch a lot of PCSL or 3-gun matches or like 2-gun
okay,
matches.
So creators.
I don't think there are any specific creators. I don't know of anybody whose like whole content thing is just about designing stages. I generally look at matches and what stages the stage designer for that match made, and then just copy it.
Yeah, but how do you know what the course of fire is if no one went over it?
There is a website. I can't remember the name of the website. I have to look it up. I'll give it to you. But it has all the like qualifiers for like USPSA in it. And then if you build a stage, like if I'm out training, I want to build a stage for myself, I'll just pick 2 qualifiers that are training something that I want to train and mix it into like a made up stage. So I'll do like, I don't know, say we want 10 targets out there. So it's 10 targets. I know at least 4 of those targets are going to be my 2 qualifiers. Then just put the other one somewhere else, add your barrels in. You can make stages really easy that way just by picking qualifier stages from, I'll get you the website. I just can't remember the website right now to save my life. But it has all of them. There's like 100 and something of them there. It shows you the course of fire, par times for it and things like that.
What's par time? Like the time you should do it in?
Yeah. Like a good time to do it. And they'll have up there for, Grandmaster, Master, A class, all the way down to D.
Okay. But what about like, that's the same for ARs?
No, because I'm sure you can go faster with an AR. But you can still do the same course with an AR, but the par times wouldn't match up, I would think.
I'm thinking there's got to be like a creator that builds stages. Like that would be a good content page.
Yeah.
Like all you do is just you build stages. Hey, let's build this and fucking.
There's got to be somebody. I've never looked, but there's got to be somebody.
Like someone's gonna steal my idea and make $1 million.
Yeah.
Luke, have you heard Luke? Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get it.
Where,
Yeah.
so if you were me, where would you go to try to find like inspiration to build stages and to make my range?
I would talk to Pepperoni. I mean, he builds stages at Monday night.
I don't want to talk to anybody though.
That's true.
I hate talking to people. I talk to people all fucking day long. Oh god. And the phone
Then
rings.
the phone rings.
I think you should watch PCSL matches or any real.
What is PCSL?
I think it's going to be the next big shooting sport.
Okay.
I think USPSA is on the way down. IPSC's still fucking European for anything other than handguns for some reason. 3-gun requires a shotgun.
What's wrong with? So I heard mention of that, like not a controversy, but some people don't like the whole shotgun thing with 3-gun. Why?
It's not as practical. Like a rifle and a handgun, I feel like is forefront. Those are like, generally speaking, the two types of, shooting there are that are most common. The shotgun just seems like an odd duck out, and you have to do a lot of training with the shotgun. I feel like people use matches.
What do you mean a lot of training? Because the reloads?
Everything. Like training shotgun shooting is its own thing that you have to train, and I feel like a lot of people use matches to work on their skills and train, and I don't feel like a lot of people want to train like gaming shotgun shooting.
What about you, Dean? How do you feel about shotguns?
I generally don't shoot them. I own one.
Obviously.
But I don't want to do any 3-gun because of the shotgun. It's just,
really? So you concur. So it is like a thing. Like people don't like shotguns.
Yeah, I don't want to train with a shotgun and have your shoulder all beat up. I mean, hold it correctly. Yes, I know. Internet's gonna be like, if you hold it correctly, it won't hurt your shoulder. It's just gonna be.
Oh fuck! There's those people there.
And I feel like the shotguns they use in 3-gun, at least at like the higher levels, are like the most impractical shotguns for like actual like duty or real world. Like it's like a VR-80 with like a 30 round mag that's 2 feet long, and it's 28-inch barrel. So it's
what is how do you say it?
PCSL.
PCSL.
So PCSL is.
Do you know what it stands for?
I do not.
Okay.
It's coming up, and
Jamie. Oh yeah, we don't have one of those yet.
It's
like
like
fucking Eric who doesn't do shit. God.
The reason USPSA is on the way down is because of the management. I feel like a lot of the people that are higher up in USPSA, I feel like just have some very weird things that they stick by, very weird choices that they make. Banning certain things, calling certain things too militaristic. It's just their attitude towards certain problems.
Let's back up there. What the fuck is that about? Too militaristic.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of like FUDs and boomers that run USPSA. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of the decision-making people. I'm not too super into it, but I know there's like people can name on like the forums and stuff. People are talking about specific decision makers in the USPSA that they just despise all of their decisions, and they like know them by name, being like, "I bet you, new decision comes, like, I bet you this fucker did it." Either way, USPSA is handgun only, and from what it looks like is declining in popularity. PCSL is like the perfect shooting sport. It's ran by cool people. The rules make a lot more sense, and then their division splitting is a lot more practical, in my opinion. They have, first of all, they have like 2-gun and handgun only and rifle only matches. So it's the actual categories of like what guns you're using are a lot nicer. But then also they split it, instead of it being like carry limited optics open categories.
I still don't understand what all that means, but that's all right.
It's generally arbitrary. PCSL divides it by tactical, or like, I don't know what they call it, but it's like tactical or sport, basically. So you're not, when it comes to competitions, you get to a certain level where to exceed it, you have to start gaming the system. You stop doing practical things. You start doing things like the gamer lean, and then you start setting up your guns in all sorts of weird ways where it's not practical anymore, where it's like on the verge of being reliable, just enough to get squeeze the most performance out of it. PCSL separates those people from the people who are doing it more for like training purposes. So there's a tactical division where basically your setup has to be realistic, and then there's the gaming category where you can make it a sport.
Where's one of these matches at? Do you know?
Right now, I don't think there's any super close nearby. I know they do them down south, like an hour and a half away.
So they are done in Florida.
They are done in Florida, yeah. I think that's going to take over, and that's going to be the next big shooting sport. It just ran by like-minded people. I think that's going to be the next big thing.
Are you going to try one out?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I think because I've been really wanting to commit to a specific competition to be really good at it, and the problem that I've always had is like how far into the gaming world am I willing to go to be good at this? So like when it comes to USPSA, I was like, oh, there's carry optics, which is great because then I don't have to worry about 1911s and like those super weird guns. But then, of course, with every competition, people game that. So now there's the I'm trying to remember the name of it. They basically make handguns specifically to fit the category and just be as gamer as possible. The Waltz 9, that's it. Things like the Waltz 9 come out where it's like a $5,000 pistol and it's basically a 2011, but it's striker fired, so it's allowed in the category. Or you're going up against like heavy hammer fired guns that realistically.
Oh, and you're saying that this kind of nonsense is not in. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm fucking old. PCSL.
PCSL. I'm sure it is.
PCSL.
Yeah, I'm sure that still exists, but I do like how it's like there's a specific category for people that are doing it more for training, and there's a specific category for people who are doing it more as a sport, and I like that. So I think I'm gonna look into the technical side of PCSL.
I dig it. I mean, I wondered about that, like when I was, in my match phase, like I wondered like the practical, like, because you see these people who are really fucking good, like they're really good, and or at least their time is really good, and they shoot, and you're like, how is that practical? Like they're fast, but like I guess I didn't even know it was called the gamer lean.
That's what I call it. I don't think that's what it's actually called.
That's what you call it.
Yeah, I still do it, and I'm trying to not do it. But like,
why not? Why are you trying not to do it?
Because it's not. What I'm talking about was a gamer.
Put your body out too far to be shot.
If I'm sprinting to my final shooting position, instead of like dragging my feet and coming to a stop or slowing down beforehand so I can stop smoothly, all of that causes the gun to rustle up and makes it more difficult to take the shot. Instead of that, I just go from a full sprint to going on one leg, and I'm basically just falling while I'm taking my shots, and it's a lot more stable. Works really well for finishing, competition matches, but it's extremely. Why would you ever want to go on one leg and start falling? So
okay,
it's kind of like that.
For some reason, I'm naturally turned off by like competitions. Just naturally kind of turned off. I've always been naturally turned off by competitions, like skateboard competitions. I mean, soccer was okay and shit, but like I've never been into, let's compete.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been into like I've always just thought it was just fucking pretentious and stupid. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. But and then when I tried it, when I got into it, like I did see, like the reason I like the night matches so much was because it seemed like it was really practical. Like it seemed that gear and such, like it was that stuff that you would use in those situations. I did think it was a little unfair that people who had shot the course a fucking 50 million times are always going to have better times than you. Like people who know exactly how, like all their shit's sighted because they fucking shoot there all the time. I thought that was a little weird and not that cool.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, like so at different. I don't want to get into it and speak poorly of anybody, but so when we were at the night matches, right? Mm-hmm. And you've got the 100-yard shot. Mm-hmm. Or the 250-yard shot, and like you got people like you or I or anybody else who we barely shoot there ever, and like our guns aren't sighted for that. Like we've never shot our guns at that distance before. Whereas as that on that range, that's a fucking stage that they shoot twice a month. So all of the guns that they use, it's sighted for that individual target. So I think that gives people a little bit more advantage than like the average person coming in and doing the match. I thought that was a little weird.
Do they give time before the match to sight guns?
No.
No?
No.
It just depends on what
crazy.
zero you have. I don't think that's that specific target thing. It's just a zeroing for a distance. Like I'm zero.
Oh, I think it's. I could be completely wrong, but it looked like, or at least it felt like you had a good number, like the people who shoot there all the time. They know, like, all right, that target that way, the one over there. Like, this is how I got to shoot to get it. You know what I mean? Or it could be it's not, and it's night vision. Like night vision is like shooting lasers far is a little weird. But I thought that it didn't give me the what's the word? I still liked it a lot, but it didn't give me the warm and fuzzies. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it still felt like a little, I don't know. And maybe it's what Omar's talking about. Like this other place is more practical stuff. Like you want to. It's not gearing your shit to give you a little bit of meta. I think that's the word. Or shooting a certain way that might give you an extra second. It's being more practical shooting that you could use in real world situations. Is that kind of what it is?
I disagree.
I thought you just fucking told me that's what it was.
No. What you're talking about of like it, because the stages are different every time. They don't run the same stage over and over again and get used to the stage. They just shoot at 100 yards a lot. That's different from them running the competition over and over. That just means they shoot at a larger distance more often. It's not about shooting the competition more. It's about just shooting more dynamic scenarios. Like most of the shooting you and I do is within a certain distance, but if you went out to, at your range, if you started shooting at 100, that would be the exact same fundamentals.
Okay, so is there so what's the chances of in that area where the things like a $120 down the way, $120 and $140, right? That's where those targets is. Every fucking match there is those targets there, which that they're utilizing. So they know, like, if you're shooting, okay, I know my gun's sighted for that fucking thing right there. They've shot it fucking 100 times. They've shot that distance with that gun 100 times in a competition situation. I think that's a little different than somebody coming 1 or 2 times or 3 times and then shooting it. Like you're never going to be as good as the guys geeking out there and shooting it all the time.
Doing anything more is going to make you better at it. What I'm saying is, if you just shot at 100 yards at your own range more, you would be just as good at hitting the 100-yard target than a person who shot that specific 100-yard target more.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think there's advantage to home field.
Yeah, that's always a thing.
I mean, but that's not what I'm talking about is you're saying that this other breed of competition is it looks at the other competition like USPSA and IPSC and stuff, and where people are modding their guns and to get and shooting a certain way to get an advantage on time. And I kind of like sensed that at the matches that I went to, like with those fucking like those CZs that you saw people have, and how the really fast shooters would shoot. And you're like, I don't know how and their setup. Like the competition setup versus like the real. It just didn't seem. I don't know.
It's kind of like race car driving. I feel like what you guys like, what I am, and I feel like you guys are more interested in is like driving a fast car as like an everyday driver car, and then like USPSA now is getting into like cars that you couldn't ever drive on the road. It's like a like a race specific car, and it's like that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to have fast cars and like practical guns and train for like regular stuff,
It's street racing versus F1.
Yeah.
It's like drifting.
And I'm not saying that doesn't exist in PCSL. I'm just saying of course, people could still shoot at the tactical category and try to game it as much as possible. I'm sure many people do. I just like that it's a dedicated, separate category, because I feel like that's what USPSA tried to do with like the carry division, and then little by little, I'm sure this will happen elsewhere as well, but the carry division just starts getting filled by people who, and I'm not saying this is a negative thing. Obviously, a lot of people go to compete to win. That's totally fine. But they start gaming it to give themselves as much of an edge as possible, which again is fine. I just like that there's a dedicated category in PCSL for like practical versus sport shooting.
I would much rather just have my own range set up and just time myself. Like I used a timer for the first time the other day.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was the fucking coolest thing ever. I absolutely like it. It absolutely like changed my whole perspective on life. Like the fucking timer. For years I fought the timer and like I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it. I just thought it was fucking. I thought the beep was just fucking stupid. But oh my God, forget it, man. I was timing my shotgun shoots. I was timing everything.
Yeah, time everything. Yeah,
that was fucking awesome. But I would much rather I'm just into I'm not into hanging out with people. I'm not into doing fucking team things. I'm not into being around fucking a lot of people. and I'd much rather like figure out how to build different courses and just do them and figure out what the time is, or just ask Omar what time should I try to strive for and try to get that time, or at least just be happy. Like I could sit there and fucking like that Z drill or the scramble drill or where the fuck we were doing. I could sit, or bill drills. I could sit there and do that all day long.
That's what I do. I should shoot alone a lot because kind of like you, I just want to do my own thing and not be bothered, not be measured up against a bunch of people. Because I can just come out, stretch, shoot, say like a bill drill, get my time for that day. It's like, all right.
What's your bill drill time?
Oh, I haven't done one lately, so I don't know.
What was it before?
I don't remember my last bill drill. Did I do one with you? I really don't know. Really don't know. So I just go, you get your time, and just try to do better. Don't look up, don't ask Omar, hey, what should I be? Just shoot yours, get it, and then just speed up. And as you're speeding up, you'll realize I'm doing this wrong, and just adjust that and just be on your own. And if your time gets faster, you know you did something right. And if it felt good, remember how your muscles felt, remember the muscle memory, and just go on your own. And then just move the targets wherever the fuck you want and just shoot them in whatever order.
Dean, you could probably be like a Yoda for rich guys. You're good. You could probably market yourself as an instructor, Dean, and just fucking and teach rich guys.
That'd be I don't know. I don't like when people fail. So if I'm their teacher and it's going bad, it makes me feel bad.
Well, could you get over that if you got $1,000 for doing it?
Money's not everything, but
you have a really good way of articulating what you want someone to do, and the way you present it doesn't sound like a teacher. It sounds more like the dude from that movie.
I like that. Thank you. I do like teaching, so
it's like you have a real good way of getting your point across. It's something that's not common.
Thank you.
Maybe when you retire from us, you can just teach old guys.
Yeah, sit on range, teach some people. That'd be fun.
You should try it. Like if a rich geezer comes in here and spends fucking $10,000 or something, I'll set it up for you.
What's his name? Wanted to go out. I guess he's busy. Brett? Yeah.
He wanted you to take him?
Yeah. I gave my number. I said, just let me know. As long as it's Sunday.
You should say, fucking, here's my number. I'm $1,000 a day.
He tried to give me money. I said, just call me. I'm already out there. Just come out. Just come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
The good thing about matches, and the reason why I agree with you, I do like just sitting there and doing a drill over and over again. The part about matches that's really intriguing to me is that you only get one try. So it's really testing if you can apply, I can sit there in front of a target and do, 30 bill drills in a row until my time is perfect and I happen to get all alphas, and I can go around toting, I have a 1.2 second bill drill time because I did it 30 times in a row. With a match, you show up to the match and you only get the one try at that. It's seeing if you can actually apply yourself, if you can rise up to the occasion, if what you're training is actually consistent, something you can actually do, or if you just got lucky doing it over and over again. That's what I think the big thing is. So that, that scrambler drill we did, if that was a stage, you would only get your first attempt at it. And then how you do there is actually how you would do if you ever had to do something, versus being able to do it over and over and over again until you get your perfect run.
I see. I just fucking hate people, man. I hate them. Eric's just fucking nodding his head.
You want me to bring up the scam of liberty, scam work, scam one controversy?
One's here. Let's look up the other controversy.
Oh, you got another one.
Sorry, I have another one.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
I have another controversy. All right, so there's a suppressor company that we all know of. I can't say any names, but they have talked about banning companies that make their own suppressors from buying their suppressors. Whoa.
Really?
Yeah, I wish that's where we needed the fucking Eric camera. If we could see Eric's face. Yeah, so I was talking to someone from a suppressor company, and they were talking about us making our suppressors, and which today, I think, remember we talked about what would officially make us a suppressor company when we delivered our first suppressors?
Yeah.
We sent our first suppressors to a distributor today.
Nice.
Yeah, we sent our first batch of Misfits went out to a distributor. and our first batch of misfits got picked up today.
That's good.
So does that make us a suppressor company?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're Shark Crest.
Sure.
We're not an AR company. We're not, are we? Well, are you just a manufacturer? Anyway, so I was talking to somebody, and they said, you better watch out because this company said that they're going to ban everybody from buying their suppressors if they're making their own. And I was like, really? That doesn't sound like them. And I fucking asked them, and then sure shit, it was on the table. What do you think about that?
I think it's just going to bring their company hate and then eventually less sales. And it's just them being scared of all the new people coming up. But competition's always good. I think it's a stupid move.
Yeah. Why? Like, if your stuff's so good, then why not? Like, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, why be scared? Yeah.
If you make the best
Well,
product.
who's saying they're scared?
It's like they're scared of competition.
Yeah. Like, what? Why would they do that? Like, I just don't understand.
Well, I mean, they do have any company has the right to refuse sales to
Yeah.
anybody.
Right.
If they feel that they don't want that company having their product, but
I just think it's a bad move and a bad look.
Yeah.
It's just
Looks like sore loser kind of like.
Omar.
I don't know.
It's just insecure. Again, like what they said, that if you think your stuff is actually good, why would you care? I think it's a sign of insecurity that, like, I don't know, it feels similar to like a politician banning a certain like figure of speech, for example, or whatever. Like if your point can actually stand on its own, let it stand on its own. If your can stand on its own, let it stand on its own. Whenever you try shutting down competition, that's always a sign of insecurity in your own product. If you actually thought your stuff was good or had a place or the best at a certain thing, you wouldn't care about what other people are doing.
I think kudos. I mean, I want to give myself a pat on the back for not fucking losing my cool and fucking telling the guy to fuck off and never come back. I mean, me a couple years ago, if a company would have done something like that, I would have freaked the fuck out. I mean, like, I would have gone ballistic. Like, what'd you say? You fucking dicks. How much have I paid you over these years? You know what I mean?
Can you bleep it out? And
I
tell
can
me
hear it.
Who was it? Can you bleep it out, Eric?
Can you bleep it out?
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So, confirmed, unconfirmed.
Damn.
Talking about it. Bleep out all those names, Eric. I hope there's no fucking lip readers out there.
With the bar. Yeah.
You can
Shark
do that?
logo.
Okay.
I thought it was someone else. But that's fucking
Yeah, so from
that's
what I
stupid. That's dumb. That's
all right,
dumb.
so from what do the fucking thing. So from what I heard, it was and confirmed, like they knew it, like they were talking about it.
Mhm.
Unconfirmed, talking about it.
You got a lot of bleeping to do, Eric.
It's a lot of bleeping.
Wow. Like
It's like a fucking gut punch, isn't it?
yeah.
And all right, so now that you know, aren't you proud of me that I didn't freak out on the person
Yeah.
and fucking just start yelling at him?
Yeah. That's almost like a cartel. Like
100%.
where they're colluding. Like if they all agree to that, that's like there's like
That's a war.
that.
Do you want to go to war? Okay.
Yeah.
Tony, what are we gonna do? We go to war.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting.
What do you think of it now, Dean?
I wouldn't have guessed that company.
Should
Yeah.
we immediately like stop ordering all their stuff and tell them to fuck themselves? Like we have a good. I thought we had a good
Yeah, I
relationship
thought we had
with
a
them.
great relationship with them.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think it was like on the table and it was going to be a policy, and then like people talked him off the hill. They're like, "Dude, what are you fucking doing? Did you see what he did to Q?"
No.
They told me that. They're like, "Yeah, dude, we were talking about it, and I was like, man, I don't know, man. Like, did you see what they did to Q? Like, did you see the video he made? Like, don't do that. That's dumb."
Mhm.
And now we just made a video anyway. Like, now that you know the companies, what do you think of
I
that?
was there for the conversation. I
Oh,
know
you were
that.
there.
Yeah.
I see that. I see like that happening. I see like that. Like I see like I think so. I think the suppressor companies are Because obviously we're not the only company like making their own shit. Like East Valley Tactical is doing it too. I'm sure everybody's going to start doing it because once you realize that you can find a designer and make something that's comparable or better than other companies, why not go out and try to do it? Mm-hmm. You can take care of your customer, and then you might say, well, and then the argument is, well, these companies that are newer, they've only been around for a couple years, and you really, you need to be hesitant when you're dealing with a company that's only been around for a couple years. Like most companies die.
Yeah.
Like companies that have been around 15 years, like us, it's not common. Like you start your business and you're fucking done in 2 years. Either you sell it or it fucking fails, or you realize how much work it is and you're like, fuck this, man. Yeah. It's so much easier to be a number 2, number 3, number 4, number 10 of a company than have your own.
That's facts.
You know what I mean?
That's facts.
What's the look, Omar? You seem entranced. You okay?
No, man, I just listen easier when I'm not focusing on something with my eyes.
It's so spooky. Oh, you should play poker.
I do.
You do? Do you play poker with that fucking face?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's you could do well. So tell me, like, let's get into the Mark I controversy.
I don't know if it's all started with, but it became popular because of a video that Focus Strip made. Focus Strip basically talked about how the Mark I that's available for civilians is not the same Mark I that actually got selected for the SOCOM contract, because the one that got selected for the SOCOM contract has it has an RMET 100 bolt carrier and an RMAD barrel, which is supposed to be like super alloy that's better at conducting heat and better durability and all this. And with the way everything was phrased and whatever, the thought process was SOCOM selected this rifle specifically because of this fancy barrel and fancy bolt carrier that it has. And then because of that video, he was basically talking about, like, you guys are asking this much money for this rifle and marketing it as the gun that won the contract. And, like, that is a lot of the marketing behind it, is that it won the contract, and that's why it is as prolific as it is. And it's not even the gun that won the contract, and it doesn't have the thing that is the reason it won the contract. And then Mike, the CEO of, Nate is the CEO, the founder. Mike, the founder of Sons of Liberty Gunworks, came out and he said, no. The SOCOM, the RMET is for the high car contract, which is what I talked about last episode, because the Mark I's also submitted for that, where they're trying to either push out 6 arc or some super, super hot 5.56, ridiculously high speeds. And for that, they need the extra barrel so it doesn't immediately get shot out. The one that got adopted for SOCOM is this same bolt carrier and the stainless barrel. So it seemed like the whole controversy was false. If you trust what Mike is saying, which I think he's got a lot to lose if he lies about what got selected for a contract. Because it's a SOCOM contract, it's not actually fully confirmed anywhere as far as I'm aware exactly what got adopted. But with all the marketing that went into it, a lot of people perceived it as being, it had the RMAD barrel and the RMET 100 bolt, and the civilian versions don't have that. Mike is going out saying, no, the SOCOM contract is this exact gun, just full auto, basically. So that was the whole controversy. So now, of course, with the way the internet works, everybody just takes something and runs with it. So now, like, every video you post with a Mark I in it has somebody in the comments going...
2 or 3 people.
Yeah, there's people in the comments being like, sucks that scam rifle doesn't share a single component in common with a contract rifle. Like, all right, hold on. Like, the controversy was about the barrel and the bolt carrier. Not a single component is a little far. But no, it turns out that it is the contract gun. It's just not the high car contract gun, which they never claimed it was. So Focus Strip is still upset because his whole thing is all the gun tubers and influencers that have made videos on it, Sons of Liberty displays on their homepage. Like, they have a banner of the Mark I, and under the banner there's like 6 or 9 videos of people talking about it, and a lot of those people talk about RMAD barrels, RMET 100 bolt carriers and stuff like that. So
we never did, though.
We never did, no. We did assume that it was DevGru, and I'm pretty sure it was beforehand.
Oh, they took that video down because we said DevGru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it first got adopted, I remember I was going out to do a video on it. I'm like, so okay, so this is the gun that got selected for SOCOM. And you're like, DevGru. I was like, do we know that it's DevGru? And you're like, I know it's DevGru.
I do. I did.
Like, say it's DevGru. And then I was like, are you sure? I can just say SOCOM. And you're like, no, say DevGru. And I said DevGru. And
the reason we knew at the time it was DevGru is because because we had somebody who was having a drink next to the Noveski rep who was in his cups because Sons beat Noveski for the DevGru contract. That's how I knew.
So basically, for the last couple weeks, the whole internet has been hating on the Mark I and Sons of Liberty in general because the perception was that they're selling you a rifle that is different than the one that got awarded for a contract and marketing it as the contract rifle. Turns out, it's not the case, but now the controversy is about the influencers that they highlight and put on their website and the things that they say, because there's like the GBRS guys talking about how the Mark I doesn't have any recoil. It's got negative recoil. It actually deletes recoil. And Sons reposts that, and it's just like, that's not true. It's a duty rifle. It's not a gaming gun. It doesn't delete recoil. So that's like the controversy is still going on, but in a much more minor scale. Now it's just more about like not even their own marketing, but the marketing that they promote and the claims that are made in that. But I can guarantee you, just like most internet things, this is going to be one of those myths that's believed for forever. Forever now, anytime you post anything with a Mark I, there's still going to be people saying, oh, that gun doesn't share anything in common with the actual Mark I. This is the scam one.
Yeah, who cares, though? Obviously, the internet cares and Focus Trip cares, but, I mean, who cares?
I don't think anybody really cares about the fact that they're getting a stainless barrel versus an Armad barrel. I think it's more about the whole thing of, like, people saw that as false advertising, even though it wasn't true.
So I know the Suns people, and I don't see them. And the one thing from like when Ben Stoger got his Mark I, he went over how when he talked to the Suns people, and the Suns people didn't say, "Hey, this has got the blah 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 barrel and the blah 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 bolt carrier, and fucking say this about it and say this about it and blah 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 blah." Right? They didn't do that. They're just like, "Hey, dude, do you want to fucking try this rifle?" And he was like, "All right, cool, man." And they didn't say fucking film videos. They didn't say, you know. They didn't give them a check sheet on exactly what to say or what not to say. They just said, here's a rifle. And then Ben Stoger never did a video other than to say it's not that good of a rifle. He just said it's a duty rifle. But from us having our exchanges with the Sons of Liberty people, they're not like that.
No.
Like they're not ass kissers. Like they wouldn't go to, and I don't know the gun tuber universe. They wouldn't go to fucking. They're not the type of guys to go to fucking influencers and suck their cocks. It's not them.
Well, and Focus does admit that Sons never made these claims. His issue was with the fact that they promote the people that say these claims, because again, it's on their own website, and that's what the controversy has devolved into now. And I think that part I don't care about that much.
That's fucking Walmart gay, dude.
Either way, yeah. So if anybody watching this believes that the contract Mark I for SOCOM has a barrel and bolt carrier that you're not getting, it's not true. The Armad barrel and the Armet 100 bolt carrier group is for the high car contract, which it has not been selected for. It is just one of the submissions for the high car contract. That's the super fast bullet, so they have to use a special bolt carrier and barrel to make sure it doesn't blow up or go smooth bore a few mags in. If it wins that contract, I'm 100% sure they'll probably release a more expensive Mark I with those features in it.
And you'll never get it.
Yeah, this is the Mark I is the Mark I.
It's interesting because like we didn't get Mark I's for free. Like, so we earned points because we sold Mark I's collectively as a shop, and they gave a couple to us, but still, they haven't even fucking been here. All the Mark I's that we shoot in the videos, like, we paid for them. Like, the first 11.5 camo ones that came in, I fucking grabbed one. I'm like, I'm taking that. And my Q rifle had just blown up because I put blackout in it, and I was like, I want this rifle, and it's ridiculously expensive, but I wanted a good AR at the time, and I think like it's the best AR I've ever shot. I'm happy with it. And even I tried to shoot another, so I also listened to Ben Stoker, and he said in a part in his video, he goes, I bring 3 ARs to the range because they get hot and I can switch up when I'm training. And I was like, oh, that's fucking smart. So of course my dumpy ass, I bring 3 ARs to the range the other day. And so the first AR I pull out, I start trying it, and I'm like, this is fucking stupid. I throw it in the van. I'm like, I'm not shooting this fucking thing. And I pull out the Mark 1, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is how I'm supposed to shoot. I don't know exactly why it's better, but it's just, to me, it's better. And I know from fucking laser engraving those rails, it's a pain in the ass. That's a bit of cost right there to get that engraving on there. We're trying to see if we can do it for Sons of Liberty, the laser engraving on the rails. Fucking A, it's a pain in the ass. It's like my wife is ready to kill herself. But the thing I wanted to this culture of hate, don't you think now that all right, so all of us are into or aspire to understand psyops, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think that the last 10 years we can collectively agree that the forces, whatever they might be, have aspired to keep us at each other's throats. Right? Would you say that's probably a?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that, Omar, or no?
The forces are causing us to be at each other's throats?
Yes.
I'm going to need a little bit more elaboration.
So, who do you want to So the blob, the government, the man, the cabal, whatever.
So outside of the gun space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm talking outside the gun space. So the whole trans debate, the whole gay debate, the whole fucking left versus right debate, which has been driving our country apart since I guess Obama. I don't remember really being there before Obama, but it's slowly and it's crescendoed into what it is now, and the fucking country is at each other's throats, ready to kill each other at any moment. I think now that with the more information that we've learned this year, that we can all agree that it's the powers, whatever you want to call them, working or aspiring to keep us at each other's throats. Why they fucking embezzle and do whatever nasty, nefarious shit that they do. They kill our prophets. And I think that they aspire to keep us busy through social media and through other things. And so if we know that to be true, would you guys say that's probably a common theme in the world?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no, Omar?
Sure.
Okay, so it's a common theme, right?
Mhm.
Then why, if we know it's something that people do to us, and it's a fucking hustle or psyop, why keep up the conduct? Focus Strip, why do that? Why fucking just come out and make a video just to slam a company? I mean, I get it, this is a Reddit post or something, but it seems to be it's this thing that the world does. Everybody wants to just attack each other, and we've learned that the attacking each other thing, it's designed to keep us fucking busy, so we don't realize that fucking outside forces control our government.
If you're talking about government caused things about political topics, I agree with you. In the gun space, I like Focus Strip. I do think. I'm not saying everybody. I'm not saying the government is fucking infiltrated the gunosphere. No, yeah.
I'm just saying that the conduct that has become normalized because of the government and other governments, other intel organizations inside the United States, both foreign and domestic, using psyops to keep us busy and hate each other versus looking into what is really going on and how we're being hustled and taken advantage of.
That part I agree with.
Okay.
I just don't think it applies to attacking people in the gun sphere attacking other people in the gun sphere, because I do think certain things do warrant attacks. Certain things do warrant videos calling them out. This did not end up being one of them.
But why? Why?
Because that's how you call out bullshit. That's how you there's people out there who either lie or just give wrong information for profit constantly. And those people do need to be called out, in my opinion.
Well, why not like call out the government?
Because it's not everybody wants to be. Some people just want to be into guns. There's gun tubers who talk about gun stuff. I don't want the gun tubers I listen to talk about the government. I already listen to government people talk about the government or whatever.
It takes I think that it's like if you have a burning desire. What are you guys looking at each other? You're fucking.
No, he sneezed, and I said, "Bless you."
I mean, I think I think if you have a burning desire to be a fucking crusader, have a burning desire to be a crusader against people that matter. Like if you want to, it's. God.
No, I mean, like if a person comes out and they make a video on a product where they're just blatantly saying something that's not true in order to make sales or money, I want someone like Focus Strip to go out and make a video on it and call that out. Like I said, the Suns thing was a miss, but if it was the case that, again, this is not the case, but if it was the case that Suns is telling you this is the exact same rifle, just semi-auto, as the one that got selected for the contract, and that was not the case, I would want someone like Focus Strip going out and making a video on it. Again, in this specific case, it ended up not being true, but he's done it a lot to things that are. And some of it does matter. Like for me, I'm going to keep going back to this forever probably. It's like the tall optics thing. That's a thing for me that I do want people calling out. I do want people making attack videos on. Like GBRS just posted a video over the weekend where they're talking about like they've got some instructor talking about how you gain field of view when your optics higher because apparently your head being here versus here, gives you more vision somehow, and how acquiring your dot is faster with a taller red dot because you don't have to do this and then this is a separate. That's not true. And then he's talking about how you actually don't need a cheek weld or even a chin weld, and you can control the gun just as well without your face on the gun, which is also not true. There's going to be a lot of people that don't know better who watch that video and take it at face value and then become worse shooters as a result of it. And I've seen that happen firsthand, which is why I'm so attached to this issue specifically, is because
Why did you point at me when you say that I've seen this firsthand?
No, that wasn't intentional.
That wasn't subliminal.
No, one of my friends who I was teaching how to shoot hit a wall where he can't get any faster because the gun kicks up too much because he doesn't have enough of his face on the gun. Like his stance is good. He's my size, so he's not a huge GBRS guy. He's not 6'4", fucking 200 something pounds. And I was telling him like, hey man, that mount is not made for you. Like, I understand why the giant dudes might be using it because they really don't even need a fucking stock. They could probably hold the AR like this and shoot it with no recoil. You're not like that. You should not be using a tall optic. You will get better. You will get past this hurdle that you've hit if you just put more of your face on the gun. And he wouldn't believe it because he keeps watching these videos of people that he trusts talking about how you don't actually need a chin weld or a cheek weld to reduce recoil. And it's like, that's not true. You can try it and see it for yourself. I want somebody to go and call that out so people who don't know better after seeing the first video or consuming the first bit of information can then consume somebody hating on them and make up their mind of their own. I mean, in an ideal world, they would test it out and see what they actually think about it. But those attack videos that you're talking about have helped me a lot.
Oh.
They have. Like, there's so many things that I would still believe to this day if it wasn't for some person.
Besides the tall optic.
Trigicon MRO. Gen 1 Trigicon MRO. When I was working here, the salesman at the time all told me it's the go-to red dot. Then I watched a video from Hop talking about this is the fucking worst red dot ever made. He showed why. I went to the range.
Why was it?
The parallax on it is insane. And then the night vision performance is also like unusable. The tint was so bad that you can't focus through the dot and still see the dot. You basically have to either just focus on your dot or just on the optic or just downrange. You can't do all three at once. And also the parallax, like if you hold, the thing I tested was if you set the rifle like on a tripod where it's perfectly stable and you aim at something and you just move your head left and right, you'll see the dot walk off. So the dot is not accurate unless it's in the perfect dead center of the thing, which is not the case with like an EOTech, for example. So I tested that. I realized, oh shit, this has probably caused me those times, not all of them obviously, but there's been times where I could have sworn my dot's on the target and I pulled the trigger, it just wasn't perfectly centered and I end up missing. That might have caused a few of them. I switched to an EOTech, I never looked back. And that's because of a video that somebody made hating on somebody else's product, and I think that was a positive thing. I would still be using Unity height optics if it wasn't for somebody making a video calling out all the things that I just said and me going and testing them and going like, oh shit, they're right. I would have just eaten up, oh yeah, you gain peripheral vision by raising your head. You know, you gain more, your eyeballs can see more if your head is here versus here. And it's faster if you don't have to do this. Like those, I would have just heard a Navy SEAL talk about. I'm like, obviously a Navy SEAL knows better than I do. And then I would have just taken it as face value. But because of somebody making a video hating on it, I was like, I need to look into this. Now, one person saying one thing, one person saying another. Let me test it out and see which one's true. And one ended up being true.
Omar hates my rifle.
Does he?
You got
I have a Gen 1 MRO and a high optic mount.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You seem to be shooting just fine.
I know.
What kind of rifle do you have?
Daniel Defense. Well, it's a Daniel Defense 11.5 Riz 3 upper on an IWI lower.
How'd you get that?
I built it throughout the years of working.
It was nice.
I got a Geisley trigger and a Saker 556K suppressor.
Oh yeah, you need to do something about that.
No.
He said it performed just like the other ones out there.
It did not.
No, that was
You
Luke's
probably have
words.
cancer now, plus a lot of butt sweat.
I don't know.
That's how he got the butt sweat.
That's how you get the butt sweat. Exactly. It was the fucking Saker.
I shot it next to Kandrew's rifle and Omar's rifle, and I was like, it's not that different.
Oh, you were so fucking out of your mind.
I swear.
You're out of your mind. All right. I see your point.
There's certain guns in here that if you watch the promotional material on, the person doing the video that's got the million views talking about how this gun's perfectly reliable and it has zero recoil and it actually deletes your recoil and all this stuff. And they make all these claims because they probably get a kickback or they, got paid to say these things. And if it wasn't for somebody making a hate video about it, calling them out on their bullshit, a lot of people would believe it. And a lot of people do. But I don't know. I think I agree with what you're saying about like, oh yeah, the government makes you hate your neighbors so you don't look up. I agree with that totally. But when it comes to this industry, I think hate videos, quote unquote, are necessary. Calling people out on their bullshit is necessary. The people can't get away with coming out with, the Taurus subgun is the greatest submachine gun ever made, or the Taurus PCC is the best PCC ever made. It totally works.
I just think it creates a culture of hate. I think so like we don't get enough of hating each other, so we want to hate people in our hobby. We can't hate our neighbor enough, so let's fucking hate this guy. And then you have people that's what they want to look at. They want to look at hate videos. Like hate videos do well. They do well because they get you going because you're pissed about something. Somebody made you pissed. I mean, I understand your point, but I just don't like it. It's not me. Like I'm not into that shit. I'd rather find out things on my own than someone telling me a tall optic's bad and unless I'm look like the GBRS guys.
But will you? Will you test it out to see if it, that's the thing. If somebody's not telling you that the information you have is incorrect, I feel like most people don't have a need to test it out. They just take it at face value.
Well, I think number one, like people don't most people don't shoot like you or I or Dean. Like most people don't take it as serious. And then the people that do take it like I keep getting that word fucking militaristic. Ooh, I don't like that. That makes me mad. Like, so what? Are all those people in that fucking sport, like, they don't train to protect their families? They just train to get fucking good time? Like, I mean, a good fucking bill drill time?
I don't think militaristic and protecting your family are the same thing.
Well, like I get, like, I hear, like, we don't want our sport to look militaristic. Okay, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? We're supposed to, like, our fucking country was founded upon us being militaristic. You know what I mean? And it's good for us for there to be thousands of people who can use their firearms well.
Exactly. And I want hundreds of thousands of people to use their firearms well. The well is a very important thing there. When I see a piece of advice or a piece of content telling people to do something that objectively makes them not shoot as good, I want somebody to call it out.
Yeah, but how good of shooters do you think the North Vietnamese were?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, because obviously, I mean, what I'm saying is they probably weren't very good shooters, and they brought the United States to their knees.
Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, I mean, it's not all about like the quality of your gear or your shooting. It's about the will to survive and the will to take down your oppressor.
Sure, there's more to it, but obviously shooting skill matters.
100%.
You can't say it doesn't matter because the will to survive matters more.
Well, just I mean, like
I want people to shoot better. I want people to be better shooters in general. And this is something that Lucas pointed out that really changed my perspective on things. Because I used to be on the whole train of everybody does their own thing. Just let them do their own thing. You know, some things work better for some people. And on a micro scale, yes, I do agree with that. Like, for example, I shrug my shoulders when I shoot a handgun. It's probably better to not do that. It works better for me. But there's certain things that are just physics, and it's not a preference thing. Like, if you have less meat on a gun, you are going to have more felt recoil. That's just, like, physiology. That's physics. That's not a opinion-based thing. That's not a preference-based thing. Whether or not, you know, you might say, oh, I'm okay with losing that in exchange for this and whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that straight up tell you false things. Like, if you do this, this will be better, when physically that's not the case. Like, human beings all have 2 arms, a fucking shoulder, a torso. We're all generally built in the same shape. Certain things are just physics. And for those things, I want people to call it out. Not the preference-based stuff.
I dig it. I fucking maybe like you don't. I've had to deal with like fucking people who get spurned by culture of hate for going on 16 years. Like, I've seen 16 years worth of fucking people being told false shit or being told to hate something else and to come back on our comments or this or that and watched it on the internet. And I think it's fucking foul. I think that people that write these videos that are anti whatever, like the GBRS people who are funny, but then the people that you get prescribing to it are hateful fucking people that just take that energy and fucking puke all over the internet and keep it going and going. It's not like, so I get like there's a righteous endeavor in exposing people. I get that. It's righteous exposing fucking frauds, 100%. But the problem is the country's not. People aren't mature enough for that. People want to be angry and they want to fucking talk shit. And that's what that all devolves into. It devolves into this culture of talking shit and being angry. And I think that's stupid. I think that's a waste of time. And I think, again, like you're being distracted. Not on purpose by the government, but I think that it's turned into, like, people weren't doing that in the 1950s. Or maybe they were, I'm not sure. But like people like I wasn't worried about fucking talking shit about like people that I wasn't worried about talking shit as when I was 21, 23, 24, 25. I was worried about going to work and having a beer afterward and skateboarding, stuff like that. You know, but I think that it promotes hate.
Yeah,
and
certain hate is good, in my opinion. That's how I'm seeing it. So, like, I'll give you an
what would Yoda say?
I don't know.
Hate is the dark side.
Okay, but like, I'll give you an example. There's a guy called 110 Sass Actual, who's a gun tuber. He made a video about ballistics. There's another gun tuber. Her name is Boondock. She's a ballistician. She basically made a video saying like, "Hey, this guy's information is not good. That is not true. I do ballistics. That's not ballistically accurate." So in response to this, 110 Sass Actual went and called her employer and her mom and basically tried to get her fired from her job and a whole bunch of like stupid bullshit. That information got out, and now 110 Sass is getting a fuck ton of hate. He just posted a video at the guy, I think it was the Geisley factory. He posted a picture at some AR manufacturer's factory. They took him there out for a tour and made a video with him, and all of the comments were just shitting on him, being like, "Not a good look to have this asshole out here. You know, did you guys call his mom before making this video?" All this stuff, just hating on him. And I think that's good. Certain people need to be called out, so there's consequences to their actions. I think it's a fucking thing to do. Just because somebody made a video saying that what you said was not accurate with data to prove it, that you go and try to get them fired from their job. If we go by what you're saying, where everything is kumbaya and there's no hate in this world, oh, okay, it's just a matter of difference and you go about your own ways and you keep doing stuff. No, I think there should be consequences for actions. And I think if the internet in large is against something, they will be hateful. And of course, there will be people that take it way too far and go, do stupid shit, like the people that say like, oh, the Mark I doesn't share anything in common with the contract version or whatever. There's people that just read into it surface level and do stupid stuff. I understand. But the general concept of giving someone hate, I don't think is necessarily bad on its own. I think some people deserve it, and I think sometimes it is deserved.
This is a crazy topic, because listen to you, Will. I agree. There's so much divide. There's so much like hate in this world and all over the place. Yeah, division. Just with a lot of different stuff. But then, like, Omar, what you're saying, I hate to say it because I don't want to be hateful, but yeah, you got to call people's bullshit out. It's a fine line. Some people take it a little too far, but it does need to be called out because misinformation is just terrible. Because, like you said, some people don't read into it and they just run and they make it their belief and they just start spreading that around, and it just gets bad. It just gets real bad. So it's hard to pick one side or the other. I'm kind of right in the middle because I don't like all the divide. I do not like divide.
I just feel like nowadays there's just so much need for content that people will talk about anything. Like
bingo.
Like I know Focus Trip. I like his videos, but like I've done it with you where I had to sit back and we would sit back there and try to come up with ideas for the podcast. And it's like every week it's hard to come up with,
Yeah, you don't even help me anymore.
It's hard to come up with.
You're fuck, You used to help me. You're like my dude.
You used to ask me to help, and you stopped asking.
Well, you just because I asked you one time, you're like, I don't have anything.
Well,
and then you just sit next to me while I type shit up, and it's fucking weird.
It is.
And you smell.
I don't smell.
You don't smell. You're right.
But
that sweaty asshole.
All right, you didn't have to say hole. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like nowadays there's so much content to fill. Like you have to come up with something. We want to talk about something because I don't know, 20 years ago there wasn't, you might have a radio show where you talk about something or a magazine column, but like now there's just there's people need to make content and they need to talk about something, so let's talk shit.
Yes.
I mean,
so okay, keep going. You're my spirit animal, Luke, right now. You're my spirit animal.
I think the cesspool of the gun tube or gun world is the AK subreddit. There is no AK you can buy that's good, apparently, according to the AK subreddit. Like every gun, like someone will post a video or a picture of, oh, this AK, mine broke. So then everyone's like, oh, nope, those are done. Those all suck. We're not. No one's, never buy so and so, AK. And I used to take be kind of into the AK subreddit and look at it and like, what AK should I get? I'll look at the AK subreddit. None of them. You can't own any of them because according to them, they all suck. So I just feel like
even
that's
Chinese,
not Chinese. I mean, anything available on the market like
today.
Yeah, today.
Unless it's a $4,000 Norinco that you modify.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know.
Maybe I should modify my Norincos.
That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, then they would rag on me for that.
Yeah, then they'd be like,
you
ruined a piece of history.
You can't do anything.
Then they'd try to get me fired.
Yeah.
They would dox me.
They'd call Sandy and be like,
you fire this guy. He put a K&S piston inside of a Norinco.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's very tribal and it's very like people just need to talk shit to fill their day, fill their comment section, fill their feed,
Well, like I said, it's entertaining. People like it.
Yeah, that's true.
To get likes.
Right in.
Yeah.
To get likes, to grow their page. But so, all right, you might not believe me, but so my algorithm, right, has chicks in it, right? Like, I don't like go try to find. I don't like girls' pictures because my wife will get mad if I ever do, and I'm not like a liker of pictures. I don't go out and look like look up gun bunnies or hot chicks or anything.
Yeah.
And still, like if you go to my like search page, it's chicks.
Because you click on them.
It's what my wife says. Shut up. No,
It wouldn't. That's how the algorithm works. If you didn't click on them, it would stop showing them to you.
that's what my wife says, and it's not true.
Yeah, it's not true.
It's not true.
No.
But here, so check it out. Like, so, all right, let's get into it. So now what I do, like, I see it, like, if I right when I get on the internet, usually like it's a picture of a girl, and I'm like, fucking in, this is just designed to distract me. It's just designed for me to click it, like, and it's usually some fucking hooker who, like, I'm sorry, sex worker from OnlyFans who has like a clever TikTok, but just to you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The whole, but like, so I've realized, or I when I see it now, I'm like, distraction, and I keep going, distraction, just keep going. How is it different? How is the hate videos just another distraction? You understand what I'm saying? Like, so chicks in my feed are designed to get men of my demographic just to fucking be distracted and start clicking through it and waste time. Waste time and be distracted. Isn't fucking hate videos just another distraction? It's not. There's nothing you can take that is productive other than knowing.
Sometimes there is. It's a fine line. There are definitely hate content like what Luke is talking about, where it's hate for the sake of hate content.
He
for
agrees
the sake
with you
of
and
content.
not with me.
Well, no, that does exist, and I did say that as well. There's parts of it that absolutely are too far or just for content that are bad, but just hate as a blanket I don't think is necessarily a negative thing. If you do it for the sake of content, if you overdo it, that's a negative thing. But there are certain hate things that aren't distractions that you will gain important information from, that people just brush aside as, oh, you're just doing this for content. Like, no. Like, you were just talking about Steger. Steger has been ragging on this fucking guy with like 50 followers. Have you seen that?
No.
There's this fucking weird...
I click on him all the time, and he doesn't come up in my fucking algorithm. I click on him all the fucking time. Watch his videos all the time. Fucking.
There's this weirdo firearms instructor. He's very small. He's only got like 50 followers, and it's this old creepy guy. And he does women's only defense classes.
Oh, yeah.
Women only self-defense classes. And the information he gives in there is complete shit.
No, I don't want to do that.
It's like it's taking advantage of women who
Yeah.
don't know better, charging them money to give them shit information that makes them probably more unsafe than safe. He fucking rags on that guy. Every single time he makes a post, he fucking fills it, he puts a hate comment down, and then he posts it on his story, like shitting on him, making
And everybody
fun of him.
goes and gets him.
And that's great. God bless him for doing that. I want him to do that. That is great hate content. That's good hate, and it's productive. Because it's telling people you are gaining something productive from it. Don't fucking take a class from this guy. Don't fucking send your wife to take a class from this guy. He's a creep and he gives shit info. That's good hate.
So you're saying it's a necessary evil.
I'm just saying there's more nuance to it. It's not just hate as a blanket is bad. Some hate is, but there's also very good hate that does give you good information.
And it's not designed to be a distraction as well?
Well, I mean, you're on fucking Instagram. What's not a distraction?
Dogs.
That's absolutely there's no different from looking at women. No different from looking at women. Objectively speaking, it's no different. You're wasting time looking at something that gives you dopamine, whether that's tits or whether that's a dog. It's the same thing. I understand morally there's a difference.
The dog's not going to get you in trouble. So there is a difference there.
Okay, yeah, the trouble part might be, but we're just talking about whether or not it's a distraction or not. Both are distractions. You're looking at social media. Social media in of its own is a distraction.
Yeah.
So it depends on how, like, what do you mean by the word distraction? Are you saying, like, as opposed to educational content you should be watching? Sure. I would argue there's a lot of hate content that is educational. But if you're talking about it from a sense of, like, oh, the women specifically are distracting me from the dog videos I could be watching, like, at the end of the day, you're looking at things that give you dopamine.
You just don't believe me.
What do you mean?
You don't believe me about the me not clicking on things.
Oh, yeah, I don't believe you at all.
You don't believe me, just like my fucking way. You guys need to have your own podcast.
The algorithm works in a certain way.
It does not.
Yeah, but you don't have to
keeps
click on it. They'll feed it to you. And if you scroll and just pause because she was attractive
Oh, there you go.
longer than other things, it causes more to pop up. That's not
stop.
clicking it, not liking, because I don't follow or like any of that. 'Cause No, my girl wouldn't like that. Same as you. I'll still have women that'll pop up on it.
Nuh-uh, Dean. You
Yeah,
fucking clicked
clicked
it.
on all of
You
them.
fucking
Yeah.
clicked on all of them, you dick.
You pause while
I can only
scrolling?
imagine what Eric's looks like.
That's probably it.
Yeah, right.
Just what Dean said. You probably pause on them when you're scrolling.
And
Well,
I
that,
just
that
kept
happens like normal. You're going, it's like, oh wow, and then you that little hang up.
And then
does
what?
cause
And
it
then
to
check
come.
check it out. Like what? Think about like the biology behind you looking,
Mhm.
because there's biology behind like your male instinctual need to sow your seed.
Mhm.
And so if you see an attractive woman, like your biology behind it is like, okay, that's a potential mate. So like you're fucking like the caveman and he was telling you to stop. Boy, I'm sounding bad, aren't I? No one's gonna believe me. But there is biology to it.
Yeah.
There is like, so like it's technology preying on your biological instincts to stop and look at a woman.
Mhm.
You know, because I mean, like, because it now, like when I do it, I catch it. I'm like, ooh, you're doing it. Stop it. And because it's fucking distraction.
Yeah.
No,
Distraction from what? What's your ultimate goal that it's distracting you from?
I think that the fucking government is fucking evil.
You think the government is planting pictures
I just-
of hot
I-
women on your
Yes.
feed to distract you from
Yeah.
figuring out about the Epstein files?
Yeah, yeah. I think that all of social media is designed to keep us fucking docile humans.
Sure, yeah.
And
agree with that.
I think that the hate stuff, because like the incel crowd doesn't want to go hang out with the OnlyFans chicks. They want to fucking hate things. So incel people are just like, yeah, let's fucking hate, and they jump on the bandwagon and hate whatever is popular to hate that month or that week or that day. And I think that it's all just distractions from being the best person that you can be, whether it's becoming better at shooting, working out, reading books, being productive, you know, with your life. And instead of that, you get consumed by hateful things, and you're distracted your relationship with God, or just, to me, really, yeah, it's the Epstein files. Like no one, like why does everybody tolerate it?
But why do you single out women and hate content in specific? Because all of Instagram is that. There's nothing else on Instagram but that. If your specific point is that it distracts you from the more important things in life, yeah, that's just, as soon as you open the app, you failed. The picture of the women popping up or not, you're already wasting time on the app.
I really do it though. Just like I am just doing social media for my business. I'm not into, like, I try to watch like the video. You should see the videos that are in my YouTube thing. Like I watch videos on YouTube that are long form videos about things. I don't watch like 3-second clips to get distracted. I watch like long form things to you know.
So why are you on Instagram?
Huh?
Why are you on Instagram though?
Because I'm promoting my business.
You just said work, yeah.
By posting, by viewing dog videos.
Well, they're in my feed.
I
Why
don't
are you
think
looking at your feed to begin with? Is what I'm saying. Why not just post the videos and close the app and focus on the more important things in life?
Because I get distracted by the dogs.
Banshee would like you watching dogs.
She is a jealous dog. She is way jealous. Something. All right. So something completely not off topic, but like we're gonna segue back into So we made like this post on Instagram about suppressors and stuff like that, and it's getting a lot of traction. But the one thing that people are saying about the newer companies, which is interesting, is they don't, like, they're not going to be around for a while. And what are you going to do when they go out of business? Like they don't have the financial backing to go for upward trajectory of over 5 years. And that sounds like, yeah, that's sounds about right. Like, what's the retort? What is the, so like, because if you think about it, then like, well, fuck, there's no reason to support a smaller company, because the chances of them being in business in the next 5 years is slim.
Well, if everyone thinks that, yeah, all the small companies would die off. A small company comes out, they put a product out. If it's good, everyone starts liking it. They'll grow into be able to last 5 years, 10 years, and whatever. So it's like you're just trusting them. You're always going to take a risk, but every company started small,
Yeah,
and they got to grow.
Do you know nobody has asked about the warranty of the 22 can?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Not one person said, "What's the warranty like?"
I didn't see any emails about it. Nothing.
Nothing. Weird,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we've been around for almost 16. I think it's 16 years in the 8th of August. I think. I gotta go look it up.
Earned your right.
What are your thoughts on that, Omar?
On our suppressor warranty, or
No, what
small
are your thoughts
companies?
on the what I just said about like if smaller companies don't have upward trajectory, the capital to go over 5 years, so the chances of them being in business is slim, which is true.
No, I don't look at it that way of like whether or not they have the chance of being around for 5 years. I understand the retort of like, oh, what if the company goes out of business and you need warranty work? You won't have the warranty work. It's obviously going to be a safer choice to go with these massive companies that have the backing. There's no retort to that. That's real. The way I'm thinking about it, though, is like, is poorer performance for more money worth the possibility that I might not be able to get a warranty in 5 years? I personally believe if a company is good, whether or not they have backing or not, they're probably going to grow. I generally tend to think that the market will favor those with good products. Like Ridgeback is a very small company. The guys who own it don't talk a lot. They don't post a lot. They're like the exact opposite of Evan. Evan's in every single every post that even mentions the word X. He's in the comments replying to every single comment. Ridgeback is the complete opposite. You might think that that's a sign of a company that might not be around, but I personally think the roadie is so good that I'm confident that they'll be around. I might be wrong, but in that case, I got my use out of the can. If I'm not able to get it warranted when they go out of business, I had the better can for that time period versus if I went for like an old school legacy company and the can was not as good, but thankfully I'll be able to get it warranted 6 years down the line. Like, I don't think about it like that. The warranty's not super important for me. I'd rather have the better product. Even if this thing did not have a warranty, it'd be what's on my gun.
And then Luke, you don't give a shit because you're all about the Saker. Like you're not even in this fucking conversation. You
No,
don't
I
even-
mean, it's similar to. I mean,
will you when we come out with our 5.56 can? Will you retire the Saker?
I'll move it to a different gun, a more classic gun.
Okay.
The,
I saw you bust out that A2 looking thing.
the dissipator.
The dissipator. Does it still have a fucking plastic lower?
It does. It didn't. I'll be honest.
You bought that from me for $100.
I did,
you?
yeah, and it doesn't work. And guess what? Guess what? That company not in business anymore. But I mean, I feel like there's a lot of gun companies, just gun companies, not just suppressor, that go out of business. And
They do.
Like, I can name probably 10 off the top of my head, but I mean, I think that's part of what, to me, as like a guy that likes older guns, that's what makes some guns cool. I mean, I don't know if that'll make suppressors cool. Like, oh, this is a so-and-so suppressor. They're not in business anymore. But I don't know. I feel like that's a risk with any smaller company, gun or suppressor.
I personally wouldn't sacrifice performance for the possibility that the company might be around for longer. I'd rather just get the thing that does what I want or is at the better price point. And that's generally what suppressors come down to. Is the smaller companies will usually either offer you very similar performance at a much lower price point, or they will offer you something that they've innovated that the legacy companies might not have felt the need to. I'd rather just have the better product or the better price point. Whether or not I'm going to be able to get it warranted 6 years from now is not really a top of the list concern for me.
I think that what we're seeing, as I've spoken before, I think it's like I said last time, it's a new day. Like, it's a new dawn. Like, I think it's very, very similar. I've said this before. It's very, very similar to the music industry. Like, I think like when, what's his name? When was that guy? Like XXX Tentacion and those rappers, when they all came out and fucking changed everything.
The mumble rappers.
Yeah, the mumble rappers. When they all started coming out and like they were putting their music on SoundCloud and shit like that, and even you had all these people who became fucking uber famous and uber rich, and a lot of them died, like Little Peep and XXX, and a lot of them all died. But it all they did things differently. Like, instead of, like, they became famous via YouTube. They became famous via not traditional means. They didn't have big record contracts in the beginning, and then they grew and grew and grew and changed music. and I think that's kind of like we're seeing something different now. That's completely not normal for the gun industry. Like it's not normal for young companies to fucking get a 3D printer. Okay, yeah, it's fucking make cans. Oh shit, it works. It's different. Like you can't do that with guns. You just can't fucking like 3D print a gun. Well, you can and fucking market it and sell it. But now you have all these companies that are creating better shit than legacy companies, and doing it like the whole traditional handbook is out the fucking door. Before it was you would need big startup money and stuff like that. It's not how it is anymore. You can get a loan for a 3D printer and get a designer and an engineer and insurance, and boom, you're off the fucking races.
Right, that's a lot that you're condensing in. That's very difficult. Getting a
it's not.
$1.8 million machine,
it's
hiring
not.
an engineer
It's not
that
though. It's just like starting a business. It's not.
Well, but you're talking about it like, oh, just get a loan for $1.8 million, then just find an engineer that knows how to design something that's better than people that have been doing it for 20 years, and then market it properly, and then you're off to the races. Like that's a very difficult. That's not just a easy thing to brush
Different
off.
mindsets.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't started a business.
We did it.
What do you mean?
We did it.
You like by starting Shark Coast? Or
No, we
what-
just fucking launched suppressors in the last 4 months.
Yeah, but we're not making them.
Nobody else is either.
Sure. But
Like
the way
no,
you're-
like very like but so either then okay, a caveat, either then either find an OEM person, which most people do, or buy a printer. But you still have to find an engineer and the printer and the company to do it.
But we had a huge social media presence before we started doing it, which is what allowed it to be as popular as it is. If you're a brand new company starting out with 0 followers on any social media, like it takes a very long time to build up the marketing. Like
And it's their own damn fault for not building their social media, fuck sticks.
Sure, but you're talking about somebody being able to start it right now, like from 0, being able to get to a point where you're. What this feels like to me is like the gold rush. Right now, there's a gold rush going on, and you're seeing everybody else go west, and you're saying, "Oh, it's super simple. Just buy a shovel, go west, and get gold." But so many other people are doing it; it's going to be very difficult for you to stand out. We happen to be in a very good position.
Evan did it.
I was just about to say that.
Evan did it, and so did Jason from Ridgeback.
You can point at people that have done it. Obviously, people can do it. I'm just saying it's not as simple of a, just get a $1.8 million machine and find an engineer that knows what he's doing and find a machinist that knows what he's doing. I think that's a more difficult thing that's not going to work for everybody.
Oh, I can tell you it's not the easiest fucking thing to do in the world. I do it. I mean, I have like I've got a machine shop and machines, and I'm a machinist and an engineer, and my bank was telling me about my payroll and how it's fucking gotten out of control. Versus our profits. It's fucking. I'm really trying to think more positive in these later years of my life, and I think that things are all things are possible if you just set your fucking mind to it. I know that sounds so Tony Robbins gay, but
I'm with you, Will. I'm with you.
I mean, I think that I think that the things that you can't change, for right now, are the government and bad stuff about the government and bad stuff about the world. But what you can take care of is you and your desire to win or your desire to do something. I think that but going back to it, of course, yeah, like there's not 50 million. What was that guy's fucking name? Who was the really good guy who died? The really good rapper who died. Juice WRLD. Right? There's not fucking 100 Juice WRLDs. Right? But Juice WRLD was part of that movement of like all these fucking rappers just popped out who it was like almost like rap back in New York. Back in the 80s, like it all just fucking all these guys just fucking popped out of nowhere in the fucking mumble, whatever that was, and it changed things. It changed things, and so now still you have people just becoming famous, and like I see all this different music stuff in my feed that are just bands and artists and stuff like that, and it's not the traditional way of the music industry. The music industry has completely changed. And I think maybe we're seeing that with suppressors and guns. You don't need, of course, you do need a fucking following. Absolutely. But it's not that hard to get one. You can like look at fucking, strategic sciences. Like when we posted that video for them and got 1 million views, they had like 100 people, that had like 400 followers. Now they're what, like 100,000 or something like that?
Let me clarify my position. If you have something unique, whether that's an innovative design or it's something that's similar to something else that's popular, that's at a way lower price point, or something that can do something better, like if you have an idea or a design for something that's actually unique, yes, I agree with you. You can go now and either make it yourself or get someone to make it and build a popular business out of it. If you already have a very large following, again, you can probably make something that does not need to be that revolutionary or innovative and get away with making a business out of it because of your large following. But where I'm disagreeing is you can't just go, oh, I'm going to be a suppressor company and sell suppressors and then just do what everybody else is doing and expect to get ahead. You either have to have something that's unique or revolutionary, or you have to have a very large following to where you can capitalize on that. You can start from that point and build it from nothing, but you can't just not have an idea of something unique and just expect to be able to do what everybody else is doing and get ahead.
Absolutely. You have to be a Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
You have to
Juice WRLD was able to go from nothing to being the #1 most listened to person on Spotify, but that doesn't mean anybody can just go, oh, I'm going to become the #1 most listened to person on Spotify. If they don't have the idea for the product yet, if they don't have the, something that's going to set them apart or a following already, you can't just go, oh yeah, I've decided to be a suppressor company. I'll figure out the design for the suppressor later. I'll just hire an engineer to do it. Like maybe you might be able to. You might get lucky and get away with it, but you got to start from the baseline of something that stands out. Because right now, again, it is the gold rush. Everybody's going west with shovels. You got to either find a spot that nobody else is digging at, because if you just go to the same mine everybody else is, return on investment isn't there.
God, I hope not. I hope we can make it. I hope we don't go out of business.
Strategic Sciences got ahead because they made something that nobody else on the fucking planet makes. They made something unique that stands out, especially at a very dead SHOT Show where there's not a lot of new, cool, unique, innovative products. That thing stood out like a sore thumb. That's what everybody was talking about. When you're scrolling through YouTube and you're looking at, like, this company made an AR. This company added M-Lock to their rifle. This company came out with a version of their gun that has slightly different stippling and ambi controls now. And it's like, above all that, the MFMD stood out because it looks like a fucking lump of clay. And it allegedly deletes recoil and like all this stuff. And that was enough. They had the unique part and they were able to gain the following very quickly afterwards. Or like us, where we had the following and we were lucky enough to have people that had a really, really cool, unique, innovative design to help us out with. That worked out really well for us. But I don't think you can just decide to make a suppressor company and then come up with a suppressor later. I don't think that's going to work out great for you.
That's kind of like what we did. Right? I mean, we decided and then came out with one later.
Yeah, but again, we had a large following and we had a very cool design. The things that we're doing with our cans, I think, are revolutionary. We have, and as far as I'm aware, the only Inconel rimfire can on the market, fully Inconel one.
Evan says he's doing one.
Good for him. When our 5.56 can comes out, I think that's going to be the biggest thing. I think that's going to be huge because people are now realizing they don't want titanium cans on their gas guns, but they still want a lightweight can. When we come out with ours, as long as we do everything right and we do our due diligence and testing and make sure that it's good before sending them out, we will be able to offer a 5.56 can that's lightweight, but Inconel.
You know what I'd really like
That'll
to
be
do?
huge.
I'd really like to convince a large portion of the game to embrace direct thread cans.
I don't think you're gonna be very successful with that. Again, there's situations. This can's direct threaded, but it's not a direct thread only can because if it was, it wouldn't fit on this rifle. If the Rode 6K, if they decided we're gonna make the Rode 6K direct thread only, it would be 1/2x28, and I would not be able to put it on a 5/8x24 gun.
Until I see it fail completely, I'm gonna fucking try. Like until like we see the design and I'm like, oh fuck it, I can't do it. until I see that and realize it. But I really think that fucking extra couple inches of suppressor is better. Because you always, if you direct thread, you're always going to have an extra couple inches of suppressor, an extra couple inches of benefit. And then you lose the modularity. I'll take losing the modularity versus a better suppressor at the same price.
Sure. I just don't think it's going to be as viable in the marketplace.
Yeah, but you can always try.
Of course.
You can always try to convince people. And then if you shoot videos and get decibel meters and shit like that, get the people behind it.
This reminds me of your theory that you had that striker-fired guns, when you were saying like the striker-fired guns are going to go out of the way and people are going to embrace 2011s and that's going to be the new best thing. Like direct thread was the first way to attach a suppressor before QDs existed, before hub existed. QD and hub came about for a reason. Of course, there's trade-offs to everything. And yes, there are situations where a direct thread makes more sense. But there's a reason those things came about. I don't think we're going to move backwards and go back to direct thread only cans. Of course, some people will buy it. It will work perfectly for some people. Some people will want to make that sacrifice you're making of modularity versus this. But inevitably, I think the more modular thing is always going to be more commercially successful.
Yeah, but Omar, do you think that QD came about when stamps took a year and a half to get back and people didn't buy that many? I mean, like, I feel like you bought a can, you bought your first can, you waited a year, and then you had 3 ARs. You wanted QD so you could put it on all 3. Now you can buy a can and have it within a week. So
what's the percentage of mounting devices that a company flips? Like what percentage of their overall GDP is mounting shit? You know what I mean? Is it extra money? Is it just for the benefit of the customer, or is it for the benefit of the company to make a couple extra dollars? And the profit margin of parts is insane. Well, it's supposed to be.
Well, I'm not going up against the idea of direct threading. I'm going up against the idea of a direct thread only can. So like I have this rifle direct threaded, but it's a hub can with a direct thread mount on the back of it. And because of that, I am able to put it on this rifle. Again, if this was a 1/2x28 direct thread only, no matter what I wanted, I would not be able to use this with my firearm, so I would not buy it.
Yeah, but it would be. I'm sure if they made it with that intention, they would make it a little different. You know what I mean? Like the design of the roadie would be a little different.
Sure.
If it was supposed to be direct thread. I'm just saying,
but it
like,
wouldn't fit on my gun.
We can just make different thread pitches with the same can, right?
Sure.
Sob.
Then it goes into like what businesses keep in stock, because now there's more SKUs, and realistically, is a business going to order
less SKUs? We don't need all the hubs.
No, the hub is one thing. Like
it's a SKU though.
Yeah, there's a hub can. That's the only can you sell, versus you would sell a 1/2x28 can, a 5/8x24 can, and there's weird situations where they're just like, if for a 9mm can, for example, your fucking 9mm AR9 is 1/2x36.
I know.
How many people are going to make a 1/2x36 direct thread SKU can?
But we're not talking. Don't bring in my fucking archaic fucking door. Why'd you have to do that?
No, that's
You
just,
fucking like you
that's
guys.
an example.
You will
like,
jump at any opportunity to make fun of my gear.
No, you are getting personally offended at a thread pitch on a rifle that you own. I'm not attacking you.
You're attacking my gear.
No, there's MPXs with M13.5x1 left hand.
Yeah, that's because no one had the balls to say, "Hey, fucking that's."
No, I mean, if you want to go down that route, ultimately speaking, and I hate SIG, left-hand thread is better.
Yeah,
1/2x28 is the industry standard, but as you shoot, it's going to unscrew your can, which is another negative. Like, the reason I direct threaded it is because I fucking rock set and strap wrench this bitch on. It's never moving. But if you just get a direct thread can that's a standard thread pitch, hand tight, as you shoot, it's going to walk. At least with a left-hand thread, as you shoot, it's going to tighten itself more. So if you're looking at it objectively, a left-hand thread would be better, but it's less common. So are you going to now make 4 different SKUs of your 9mm can that the shop has to keep in? Because you know this better than anybody. If a guy comes in to buy, let's say a guy comes in and he wants to buy a 9mm can for his MPX. Let's say you had the wherewithal to make a 13.5x1 left-hand direct thread only 9mm can, but that shop just happens to not have that one in stock. They only have 1/2x28 in stock. That person comes in, they're very interested in your can, they want to buy it, but they realize it won't go on their rifle. Do you think that person is going to say, hey, will you order me this one in this thread pitch? Or are they going to go, oh, let me buy this one right next to it that's modular where I can just put whatever mounting system I want on it? Usually when somebody comes into a gun store, they want to buy the thing that day. If it's something that's an additional thing that a gun store has to keep in stock, I don't think it's as commercially viable. Hub, even everything has downsides. You just have the one SKU of can, and then you can sell it, and the store only has to stock the one SKU of can, and then they can use that to put it on any gun they have.
I'd like to try. So again, I'm going to try. But this will probably make you happy. I'm beginning to see your way of firearms.
What does that mean?
Well, so I'm a gun collector. I have a good amount of guns, and I like stuff. I like stuff. But like there's definitely merit in one rifle, one duty handgun, one concealed carry gun, and that's what you bring, and that's what you use. And because we went to so back to the story, we're at the range, and I pulled out this other rifle that I have, and it performed so differently than my Mark I. I was like, what the fuck? I wanted nothing more than I threw the rifle down, and I've been working on the rifle forever, like trying to get it just right. And then I brought it out just right, and I was like, fuck, this fucking is nowhere near as good as my Mark I. Threw it down. And then I trained with the Mark I all day, and I was like, yeah, this is good. The only thing that might make it better is that can. I think that can will make it fucking perfect. Anyway, so please, Ridgeback, can I have some of these fucking things? But I see I kind of like I still fucking love to collect guns, but like from now on, it's like I've already know what I want to take the range on Sunday. I want to take duty gun, concealed carry gun, duty rifle, and then shotgun and shotgun and 9mm. Wait, so I had it all fucking mapped out. But anyway, I see what you just like. I'm kind of like I'm coming more onto this side of only using these certain things and gearing them out, and then only that's what I shoot all the time and get really good at it. Like get really, because like I even tried to switch to another handgun because like my battery was out on one of my optics, and I was like, fuck, all right, I'll just use this other handgun that I had, and I was like, fuck this, I don't want to shoot this fucking thing. And it's a nice handgun too, but so I see your point.
Especially for training. Like, Steger can bring out 3 rifles because he's probably pretty fucking good at rifle shooting at this point. The differences between the rifles is not going to mess up his training as much. As a person that's trying to get better with something, if you keep switching up, even if it's very minor differences, even if one has a different pistol grip than the other, or one has a different handguard width than the other, if you're changing up the thing that you're training with, I think you're not going to be as efficient as if you're just training with the same thing all the time. And then from a consumer standpoint, if you want to have 3 rifles that you set up to be useful, all 3 of them, like let's say what I have here, I have a T2 on this thing, I have a Surefire light on this thing, those aren't cheap. If I had to buy 3 of these, that's so much less ammo that I could be training with instead. I have one rifle that I dedicate to be, this is the rifle I'm going to use. I set it up the way I want. I splurge on the accessories. I can still have other rifles, but I'll put a fucking Holosun arrow on it. I'll put a Streamlight on it. I don't need that stuff because that's not the rifle that really needs to be like duty rated, for lack of a better term. I want to be good with this rifle. I think with handguns, that's infinitely more. With rifles, it's not that bad because at the end of the day, it's going to be an AR-15. With handguns, that's huge. If you go to the range and you train with a Glock 43X, a Glock 17, and a Staccato, you're not going to get nearly as good at handgun shooting as if you just stuck with one of them and got really good with that gun in the same amount of time with the same amount of money spent. My general belief is if you want to get better at shooting, stop blaming your kit for, if you don't do well with it, stop being like, oh, maybe I need to build out another rifle for this specific thing I messed up on, so I can be like, just fucking build the one thing, get really good with it. Use the extra money on ammo, shoot it more, dry fire with it more, get used to the ergonomics, have the gun be second nature to you, especially with handguns. Build the grip, get the muscle memory of how you need to draw that gun, how you need to grip it, and get that ingrained into your muscle.
Do you hear that, Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah, no more fucking A2 guns.
No, that's fine. He brings that out for fun. He shoots
Yeah.
it for fun. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to be like a gun
Yeah, but
Nazi,
even,
being
like,
you
so-
can only have one firearm.
Even like so, but even you bring out your fun guns. Like I had 4 bags of guns the other day, and like maybe 5, and it takes time away. It takes time away from you trying to get. But like it can be fun, but you're not you won't devote all your time to getting better at the guns that you should be shooting.
Yeah, I'm kind of struggling with that. Because I've been shooting Glocks like for 10 years now, and then I got a staccato, and like
Why did you make the grip brown?
I've taken that off.
Oh, you did.
I did yesterday. I was like, fuck this. I was doing the build drills and it was slipping. I'm like, fuck this. So I'm just like, I am so used to shooting Glocks. I know the grip angle, but I got a staccato and it's, a great gun. It shoots so nice. The trigger's so nice, but I just don't feel like I shoot it as well as my Glock. And it's like, I'm at this stage. Do I just not shoot my staccato like seriously, or do I try to make the switch over to the staccato? And it's like, I don't know what to do.
That's a conversation between you and God.
And Omar.
So
If you try to balance both, you won't be as
Yeah,
good as if you just
right.
focused on one.
one more thing, like, so I want to get a car for the range. Like, I'm thinking about just going out and fucking buying a beater. Because like if you if you get a car that doesn't work, you got to fucking tow that fucker all over the place. Like, I'm just like I'll buy a car and put it out there. How can you, like, what's the best way to train with why are there cars? Is it just because they're I'm so new to this having a range thing. I'm just like, I want a car in the range so I can fucking, I don't know, so I can go ding and fucking pop out of it and start shooting things. But like, explain the practicality behind it, and how do you incorporate drills with the cars?
Well,
And do you want a car that actually drives?
no.
No.
You need to drain it of fluid, so you're not shooting
Oh,
it.
fuck.
You're not shooting
There
at a
goes my
car that
idea, Dean.
Junkyard car.
Yeah, it needs to be like a car that you've taken all the important bits out of and
Shit.
drained the fuel out of it. Don't be shooting at a car with
Gasoline in it.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right.
What about
The-
shooting from the car?
That's different. I don't.
You're
see
not
the
going to want a nice
practicality-
one for that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Someone's going to send it.
Oh, so you have 2 cars.
I don't think there's much practicality in driving the car. I think that the reason that a lot of ranges have cars is it's a realistic real world barricade, and it gets you behind the idea of not the entire car is cover. Most of it is concealment. Behind the engine block is cover. You can train like shooting. I'm not saying realistic in the sense of your average guy is going out and getting gunfight in the middle of the street, but again, for the hypothetical, extremely unlikely end of the world scenario we're training on or whatever,
It's just a cool guy thing. Come on,
shooting
now.
behind a car is a relatively realistic thing you might have to do, and your standard like training that you do of either shooting straight up or around barricades doesn't really apply. It's its own thing. Being able to shoot over the hood of a car, knowing where to move in the car to where the engine block is protecting you and stuff like that.
What about like the video I saw of some guy climbing on top of it and just mag dumping with a full auto into the car?
That's cool.
Cars are cool guy things.
That's
Because
a
you
cool
can get
guy
any barricade at the same height of the hood of the car, the roof of the fucking car, and learn to move around it, and you'll be able to manipulate the car when you run up to it. So it's seriously a cool guy thing. It's cool to have it out there, and it's fucking fun. That's all it is.
Well,
It's a cool barricade.
I think the law enforcement uses it a lot too, because that's like most of their gunfights
yeah.
is in and around a car. So
Being able to move around the car and actually have because like from what you're saying, generally yes, but there are situations where like remembering the hide over bore while going over the hood of the car specifically, I feel like is not something you can fully replicate with a barricade. Because I've seen so many videos of people trying to shoot around cars for the first time and hitting the windshield or hitting the rear view mirror or hitting the actual hood of the car because they're not used to shooting around their car. when you have the car, you can get used. Like some people fucking turn their rifle sideways and look through their dot like that, so they can stay low or whatever. I don't know a lot about fighting around cars, but I think that's the main
Do
reason.
you think
for
we
it.
should get a car?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there should be cars on the range.
Do you think we should have one that we can drive around the range?
No,
No.
I think you should
We shouldn't like drive down the berm and turn right and bang, 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 bang.
No, I think you should get a couple, maybe a few cars from junkyards that don't have anything in them anymore. They're just gutted shells of cars, basically. And you should fucking let one of your employees clock in and tow that thing to the range so you don't have to fucking worry about it. And then I think you should place them in the range in a strategic way where you can incorporate them into drills and just fucking leave them there. I don't think you should have one that drives. Because if you have one that drives, you're going to want to shoot at it or out of it, and that can cause problems.
What do you think, Dean?
A gutted car. Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah,
I thought you were
think-
going to say a driving car.
I mean, that would be cool, but I know someone's going to send around to the window, the door jam, and people are going to get upset because people make mistakes and get too excited.
I wonder how hard they are to pull around.
If you put it in neutral, you can have one person inside steering while somebody else pushes.
A lot of sand out there.
Yeah, I was like, with the sand, it's not going to be easy, but if we had that turf,
That AstroTurf.
we can push it around.
All right, so we're going to call it. If you think we should have a car at the range, let us know. And in the comments, tell us what you think we should add to the range, because it's my obsession right now, and I'm pretty happy about it. It's a pretty cool thing. I appreciate you guys watching our podcast. Please, if you get the opportunity, smash the like button, share this with everybody who would care to share it too. Come to our gun shop in Sarasota, Florida. I will give you merch, hats, stickers, shirts, whatever, man. I just want to say hi and get to know you. My name is Will from Shark Coast, and we are out.
Peace.
See ya.